All right, yeah, I reacted to Colin Cowherd yesterday. Want to kind of give it the thumbnail got my attention, so today reacting. Colin Cowherd plays 3-word game after the first round of the NBA playoffs. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Roll to 200 subscribers. Let's get right into it.
We now move into the second round of the playoff series, and we thought, on Mondays during the NFL season, we play the 3-word game, which we describe every game kind of in 3 words. And we thought there are so many just colorful players and dynamic young stars. We play the 3-word game with what is left in the NBA and what just left in the NBA.
Philadelphia 76ers.
Embiid needs Doc, and we don't mean Rivers. I mean, listen, if he's healthy, they should win the series. The Sixers are plus 83 when he is on the floor in the playoffs, minus 17 when he is not. He's the closest thing we've seen to Shaq since Shaq, but Shaq didn't have this many injuries early in his career.
Brooklyn Nets.
Nothing but Nets. Listen, forget Kyrie and Durant.
Wait, I gotta go back.
Didn't have this many injuries early in his thing we've seen to
He says I guess from a dominance perspective, Dwight Howard was pretty dominant in his peak, but Embiid is just different. Because Embiid, he has a post game, Dwight didn't. Embiid can shoot, Dwight couldn't. Dwight just was in the paint. Embiid kind of can do both. And Embiid might not be as good as Dwight on the defensive end, but he's solid.
Shaq since Shaq, but Shaq didn't have this many injuries early in his career.
Brooklyn Nets.
Injuries kind of is derailing my man's Embiid a little bit. Like, he would have probably been MVP if he never went down with injury.
Nothing but Nets. Listen, forget Kyrie and Durant. Brooklyn's supporting cast made 11 3-pointers in game 1. And if you're Milwaukee, that has got to be really discouraging because James Harden was hurt in the first minute, and it did not matter. They got whatever they wanted.
Milwaukee Bucks.
Greek and Meek. Listen, they couldn't shoot. 6 for 30 on 3-pointers, and a lot of that is Chris Middleton. Last year he was there 2. This year he's there 3. And I like Chris as a player. But when Blake Griffin plays at that level, and
they got Blake playing like this, bruh. I knew people were saying after the Blake trade, Blake didn't want to be in Detroit. He's not really declining that much. He just didn't want to be in Detroit. I'm like, if he didn't want to be in Detroit, wouldn't he ball out so he could get out of there easier? But then I fell for the bait because I really thought Blake was injured. Then when he came to Brooklyn, he all of a sudden hooping again.
He's some think washed, and Middleton gives you 13 points. That's a concern.
Atlanta Hawks.
Birds of prey. How about Trae Young, second player in league history to score 30-plus points in his first 4 road playoff games? Who is the other guy that did it? I mean, this is elite class. 1970, Lou Alcindor, Bucks. This kid's a showman.
That's Kareem for y'all.
He's offensively gifted. You know what it reminds me of? He's a little Steph Curry, but I think he may even have a quicker first step.
Utah Jazz.
Just enough, not a quicker
I'm not
first
even
step.
gonna lie, but with Trae Young, it's like he been getting a lot of slander before this year, and now I feel like people falling for the bait a little too much. But at the same time, he balling, so I ain't got too much to say bad about it.
Utah Jazz.
Just enough notes. Listen, they were 2-1 against the Clips in the regular season. Jordan Clarkson, 6th man of the year, Rudy Gobert's best defensive player, and Donovan Mitchell was fantastic against pretty good adversary Ja Morant. And unlike Dallas, Utah plays real big boy defense. So this is going to be a real series for the Clippers.
Phoenix
But they don't
Suns.
have perimeter defense. So what are the 3 words going to be for the Suns? Let's see.
Point guard power. Forget point guard, point guard. You got Chris Paul, And by the way, now your backup point guard's Cameron Payne.
Cameron
And he
Payne
averaged
be hooping. Cameron Payne be hooping too. So like this, like I said, the Suns, bro, they're gonna give teams a trouble. I'm starting to think it's gonna be maybe Clippers net, not Clippers. Yeah, not Clippers Nets. What am I saying? Clippers, Suns in the conference finals. I really want to see Chris Paul get to the finals. That's all I want. I know they beat us. Joke's on you. But I root for the man because he's one of my all-time favorite point guards. So I really want the man to do well. Like, so y'all should imagine me, 11-year-old me, finding out Chris Paul was about to get traded to the Lakers. I was ecstatic just to find out that David Stern declined it.
13 points a game and shot 42% from threes. So we always know Devin Booker's the point guy, but if Chris Paul and Cameron Payne are giving you those numbers, tough out.
Denver Nuggets.
Not enough jokers. They're missing 3 of their top 5 guards due to injury. Will Barton, Jamal Murray, P.J. Dozier.
Oh, P.J. Dozier is the other person.
I mean, the Joker can do a lot of things. He's a point center. I just don't think they have the peeps to beat Phoenix.
Los Angeles Clippers.
Kawhi, not them. First team in NBA history to shoot 100% on their free throws, 50% from the field, and 40% from 3-point range in a Game 7. All the criticism aside, when it mattered, they were great.
Yeah, I was one for the Clippers slander. Like I said, I owe y'all boys an apology, man. Y'all got, like, cause let me explain. The reason I did what I did, it was like I said, I had high hopes for the series. The series ended up being good, but at the time, like, they down 2-0. And then the thing is, what bothered me is they wanted an easy matchup, and they viewed Dallas as that easier matchup because they wanted to avoid us. Because, like, my thing was, you do all that to avoid the Lakers. Just to go down 2-0 at the start, and then stats wasn't in their favor. Usually when a team go down 2-0, they usually later go on to lose the series. So I was like, okay, the series going back to Dallas now. But the Clippers won both games in Dallas. So I'm like, the series might end up being what I thought of originally, the classic, and it ended up being a good series. Porzingis disappointed me for the Clippers, but back to the Clippers. I guess I owe y'all boys an apology. Clippers fans, I'm sorry. Y'all might beat the Jazz. I really don't want to underestimate y'all twice. Let's just see what happens from here.
New York Knicks.
Offended by offense. Listen, we knew they would.
Julius Randle disappointed me in the playoffs. I mean, I guess it's his first playoffs, so I can't expect too much out of him, but he kind of disappointed me, bro.
Would struggle. Yikes. Julius Randle, bad series. I'll give love to D Rose. He was their number one dependable scorer, but Julius Randle, the ceiling was lower than I thought.
Miami Heat.
Not our hero. What's happened to Tyler Hero? He was
the dude that they said was too much in James Harden trade, because Hero was great in the bubble, so I guess they was like, okay, year 2 he might emerge into this big star, so they didn't want to give up on their new up and coming star, so to speak.
Star in the bubble last year. He not only averaged just 9 a game, but he's a pure shooter and shot 32%. That's it. He's their best pure shooter. He and Duncan Robinson.
Boston Celtics.
Boss, ton of problems. Looking for a coach.
Okay, yeah, I can see that, because Brad Stevens got elevated to the basketball operations. They're looking for a coach. They got to get rid of Kemba. I'm sorry. There's no way you should have 2 25-point per game scorers and be first round exits. I don't see how that works. They need a better sort of supporting cast around them.
Overhaul the front office. Kemba Walker's got bad knees. Jaylen Brown was injured.
But what team would take Kemba? That's my only question. What team would take Kemba?
I'll defend Danny Ainge. I think Danny Ainge is there's some that may be better, but Boston's kind of rebooting the whole process, and they need somebody. They're probably going to have to move a Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart to get a running mate for Jason Tatum.
Washington
I wouldn't
Wizards.
move Jaylen Brown. I'd probably, if anything, I'd probably trade Kemba and Marcus Smart for like a solid player. The Wizards.
Deal for Beal. He was great. He's been great. The franchise has not lit.
Beal is wasting talent there. That's why when he gets to the Lillard, I hope he says Lillard is wasting his time trying to prove people wrong with Portland.
Lived up to their end of the bargain, getting him a 2. I think it's time in Washington to start over.
Westbrook and Beal going into the playoffs. I'm like, this is at least a 6th seed in the playoffs. Like going into it, I was like, okay, this team is at least a 6th seed, or at least should be a 6th. But
Dallas Mavericks.
Give Luka love. Listen to this.
I'd say give Luka help. That would be my.
He scored or assisted on 77 points in Game 7. That's the most joy in league history. Like, you got to get him a 2. Porzingis, Hardaway are 3s.
Portland Trailblazers.
Out of Dame time.
Yeah, give Dame. I mean, matter of fact, it's Dame's fault he's in this position. I try to be very, very lenient with him, but I say at this point it's his fault. Like, he's too stubborn to. He really wants to prove people wrong so bad that he just leave, bro. Nobody's faulting you. I mean, I know you. I want you to be on the Lakers, but you already said you don't want to team up with LeBron. Go Clippers, maybe. Dame, PG, Kawhi. That'd be a great trio.
He's dropping 55 points and 10 assists, and they lose. Norman Powell from Toronto, I'd keep. I'd keep Dame.
I get rid of.
Maybe Covington. I'd move everybody.
We wasting.
Let's come on.
Talent.
Let's get him a 2. Same result for the last 5 years, out in the first round. Let's get Dame some help.
And let's say hypothetically he do win something in Portland. It's gonna be he only win 1, but the way the league is looking right now, he's not gonna even get that 1 because the super team pandemic. Yes, the super team is a pandemic in the league now. The super team thing is growing to the point where like, you're not gonna see another Mavs appear in the finals like 2011 Mavs appear in the finals.
Los Angeles Lakers.
The fake show.
Don't gotta remind me, bro. You don't have to remind me, bro. We were frauds this year, but I won't even call us the fake show. The injury show. That's what I'm gonna call us, because injuries is what held us back.
4 of their losses, 8+ points. And frankly, let's just forget AD for a second. It was all these guys, Dennis Schroeder, Mark.
Yeah, Dennis didn't play. LeBron's team around him didn't play well. LeBron fans, hear me out. LeBron did quit on us in that game 6. Kobe could
Gasol, Wes Matthews, Montrezl Harrell. I was wrong. They brought these guys in. I mean, the core to me.
This team was like, everybody was saying, oh, they're deeper than they were last year. Even going into the season, I was a little bit concerned. But I'm like, it's LeBron and AD. They'll get the job done.
He is LeBron, KCP, AD, maybe to Joy's point, maybe Alex Caruso. LeBron plays well with them, but I'd move everybody else.
Memphis Grizzlies.
Just trust Ja. What a spectacular talent. Averaged over 30 a
He's
game.
the only reason Memphis is exciting to watch. Seriously.
He is really, it's interesting that he and Trae Young are both great point guards, but have very different games. One wants to finish at the rim, more of a Westbrook feel. One is Steph Curry, a little more finesse, but showman. Just a tremendous talent.
Ja gets a shot.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe.
Spooky. But anyway, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Roll 200 subscribers. It's your boy Don's Rex, and we out. Peace.